There was celebration in the streets of Sudan today after the ruling military council reached an agreement with the country's pro-democracy movement. It settled a power dispute by creating a joint council to rule the country for the next 3 years. Scores of opposition protesters have been killed in a violent crackdown since President Omar al-Bashir was ousted in April. Yousra Elbagir of Independent Television News has our report.
The sounds of ululation, usually heard at weddings, celebrating an unlikely union. A fresh start for Sudan, this man says, following the long-awaited agreement between the military junta and the opposition. In the late hours of last night, they announced the formation of a civilian government headed by a prime minister, and a sovereign council with 5 out of 11 members confirmed to be civilian.
This agreement opens the way to transitional bodies that will bring reform in all aspects. The first of which is the issue of peace and the independent, transparent investigation and punishment of the killers of the martyrs.
And these are the martyrs he's referring to. The victims of the deadly dispersal of Sudan's mass pro-democracy sit-in by the troops of this man, militia leader Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, known as Hemedti, notorious for war crimes in Darfur and now the face of the military council.
We would like to reassure all political forces, armed movements and all those who participated in the change, from young men and women, that this agreement will be comprehensive and will not exclude anyone and will also reach up to the ambitions of the Sudanese people and its pure revolution.
In an act that can only be described as political theatre, 235 prisoners of a Darfuri rebel group were pardoned. And this morning, the streets of the capital celebrated. But underneath the euphoria is an undercurrent of mistrust.
The official opposition is the leadership, but the real leadership is the street. Today they formed a council. If we like it, then fine. But if we don't like it, then our tools of protest are still in place. We are ready to activate, escalate and start over. At the end of the day, our government will be a civilian one, no matter what.
Eyes will now be on the military to fulfill their end of the bargain, and to the dethroned Islamists that have been sidelined in this process. The agreement has yet to be signed, and the future of Sudan is far from sealed.
That was Yousra Elbagir of Independent Television News reporting.